Hello, welcome. Good morning, everyone. Come on in, take a seat, check those phones, make sure they're on silence. We have several new people here today. Welcome, welcome. Just as a reminder, we don't allow any drinks or open food containers here in the sanctuary. I think it was this year that we changed out our carpeting, so we want to keep it new and clean. All right, we are a community founded on prayer, and today's prayer partner is Eleanor Gaston. Woo! All right, if you have something on your heart or on your mind that you would like support with, she will be in Nona's Nook just down the hall right after service to support with that. All right, check out these beautiful flowers. They were donated by Bouquets on 11th and Manic, and they were beautifully arranged by Abby. When you see Abby, tell her thank you.
Yes, thank
Yay,
you.
Abby. We love Abby. I am Luis Parente Rios, and I am your MC today. I have one more announcement that Kai Gabriel is going to give, and then we will get started with our Sunday rituals and ceremonies. Come on up, Kai.
Right? Hi, I'm a little bit shorter. Welcome, blessings to everybody on this beautiful Sunday morning. My name is Kai Gabriel, and I'm so blessed and honored. I've been invited to bring a couple of wonderful events here to Althea. I'm pausing for a minute because I'm just so moved. I'm very passionate about the practices. They're from the Hindu tradition. I was raised in ashrams around the world, and this is what I like to bring to my community. So I have malas, which are traditional prayer beads, wearing one right now, and they're just really to enhance your spiritual practice, your meditation, bring you deeper into yourself, keep you connected to the divine. I have a table back there with some of my malas today, but I'm also offering a mala making workshop on February 1st, and we'll be focusing on the new year. So we'll be setting intentions for the year. What do you want to let go of this year? What do you want to bring in? And then we'll be infusing our stones with those intentions, and then you make your mala. And then you wear it or pray with it or keep it next to your bed or however you want to connect with it throughout the year. And it kind of keeps you focused. It keeps you on task. It reminds you of where you want your attention and your energy, and helps you to manifest what it is you're trying to bring in or heal what you're trying to heal, whatever that is. And so I'm very excited to offer that. And there are flyers, around and some on my table there for that. And then in January, bringing a kirtan here. It's a musical event. So kirtan is the practice of chanting Sanskrit mantras. It's, again, from India. And when I say chanting mantras, a lot of people picture these monks that are very austere and quiet and Om. And sure, that is a form of chanting, but this is not that chanting. This is lively, it's upbeat. People are in the aisles dancing, and there's wonderful musicians on traditional Indian instruments, and it's very easy. It's call and response, so you don't have to know all the words, and we'll also put them up there on the screen for you. And so it's simple, it's joyful, it's sometimes called ecstatic chant because it really just bursts your heart open, lets you feel the energy of the divine that is carried through these sacred mantras. And it's a wonderful way to kind of introduce yourself to the practice of mantra. So I would love to invite everybody. We're focusing on divine feminine power. So this is an all goddess kirtan, meaning not that male energy can't be in the room. We want you guys to come, but it's going to be predominantly female musicians, and all of the chants that we'll be doing that night will be to the goddesses. We'll be focusing on the feminine. So it's going to be really wonderful, really lively, and really just joyful. So I really hope that some of you will come and attend and bring your friends, and we'll fill this space with this incredible energy. So thank you for letting me invite you, and I hope to see some of you at one or both of these events. Thanks.
Thank you, Kai. All right. This is Althea. Welcome. We're eclectic and it's lively and there's a ton of things going on. And it is all grounded in the belief and the understanding of oneness. Okay. So I'll share a little bit about what Althea is if you'll get grounded, however that is, with a deep breath, with your feet on the ground, remembering that so many people and so many beings have walked this very land that we sit and worship and practice at right now. This is the land of the Cheyenne, the Ute, the Arapaho, but also the land of Nona Brooks, who was one of our founding mothers, and her sisters, in a time 100 years ago before they could even vote. But they understood their divine power, and so they created this sanctuary for us, and for another 100 years, for people of all races, of all spiritualities, of all ethnicities, of all genders. The doors are open so long as you're seeking that spiritual path and walking that path to oneness. That is what we ask, and that is what we're about. So welcome. I see many new faces. If you are willing and able, please stand so we may recognize your beautiful being joining us today. Woo. All right. We'd like to give you a little gift. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for taking that risk and that joyful risk into the spirit of Althea. All right, as I said, we are a community grounded in prayer. So we'll start with prayer. Katie Kurtz will come up and open us up with that. So as she is praying, feel free to take a deep breath. If you feel safe and welcome enough to do it, feel free to close your eyes. And here she comes.
As Louise said, close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Relax your body and your mind and just let your thoughts pass on by. In this sacred season, come into this sacred space. Let go of the outer world of bustle and rushing and shopping and working in commercial transactions. Rest. Here, now. Turn your attention to your heart center, and in this place of silence and grace, feel your heart open to the presence of pure love. Christmas is the time of year we celebrate again, as we do each year, the birth and rebirth of divine Christ consciousness in each and all of us. Once again, we are reminded of the opportunity to awaken and reawaken to the divine that is always and already here and available in me, in you, in each of us, and all of us. Let divine love fill your hearts and open to the miracle that we are, for we are the light of the world. And there is nothing you must do to belong. Remember, there is only one heart. Amen. Now we're doing the statement of being. Okay, should shift gears a little bit. Everybody stand as you're able, like Louise just did, so I could see him do it. And say our statement of being, which we have had for over 100 years with me. God is all, both invisible and visible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. We are individualized expressions of God and are ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance.
Good morning. So we're going to start with the face of God. Althea loves music, so welcome to all the newcomers. We love music here, so take that risk and sing. Just kidding. So we're going to start with the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God, love of God. I hold you in my heart. We are family. Pardon me. You are the face of God.
Good morning. So first, a shameless advertisement for Kai's malas. When she came here and we did a mala workshop here, I made this perfectly imperfect mala, and I hold it next to my heart all the time. It has been a wonderful, wonderful source for me and my heart. So and the bhakti yoga that happens at her kirtan has been a wonderful devotional aspect to enhance my jnana yoga. So thank you, Kai, for being here today. And the readings. Eckhart Tolle. When we strive to become something, we declare that what we are now is not enough. From Rupert Spira. Seeking perpetuates the belief that what we seek is not already here. From Jeff Foster. When you compete to be more spiritual, you are strengthening the very ego you hope to transcend. What are you laughing at? From Adyashanti. The idea that I must achieve oneness is the ego's clever disguise for staying separate. And from Thisanaro Bhikkhu, when we imitate or compare ourselves to others on the spiritual path, we split ourselves. Me who is not yet enlightened versus them who are. That comparison creates the very duality we seek to dissolve.
Thank you, Bruce. Now it's my pleasure and my honor to welcome back Renee Perkins back to Althea stage. She's been composing and playing music since she was a child. As the years progressed, her passions evolved into songwriting and singing. She was a proud member of the Agape International Choir and performed in various venues throughout the U.S. She's been a practitioner since 2001, and you can find her serving and writing music and singing for CSL Colorado Springs usually. But today, it's our distinct honor to have her here with us. So please give her a warm welcome to Renee Perkins.
Thank you. Hello again. So I was sharing with Reverend Laurie before we started that I chose this song because it was a reminder to me to, regardless of what is happening in the external world, the outside world, that within is always the truth. And the truth is that we are one. We are whole, we are complete. That the infinite intelligence, the love, life force of all that is right here within us now. And that any time we want to, all we need to do is turn within and access that. And allow that to be the overflow feeling tone and become that which governs our thoughts and our feelings and our experience. So this song is called What's Within, and I hope you enjoy it. When you close your eyes, what do you see? When you open your heart, does it make you feel free? I have spent all my life searching all around for love everlasting. It was here all along, in my heart and my soul. There's a knowing that all is well. What's within is divine reality. What's within are pure love and grace. What's within is where all illusions end and the truth begins. When you close your eyes, what do you dream? Do you see your soul's vision? Does it bring inner peace? There's nothing missing or broken. I know wholeness reigns supreme. Can you answer the call? Go within, believe and believe. In my heart and my soul, there's a knowing that all is well. What's within is divine reality. What's within are pure love and grace. What's within is where all illusions end and the truth begins. What's within? What's within? Thank you.
Thank you, Renee. That was beautiful. All right, today we also welcome back Dr. Reverend Laurie Hendren, who is a registered nurse. She has worked as a registered nurse and a licensed practitioner with Centers for Spiritual Living. Well, she was a nurse for 30 years and a licensed practitioner, has worked as a licensed practitioner for 10 years, teaching meditation and mindfulness. She's originally from upstate New York, and now she is here with us in Colorado with her fiance Steve and her cat Layla. Please welcome Dr. Reverend Laurie Hendren.
Thank you. Good morning, Althea. Got my clock here. It's a Bronco Sunday, so I know some of y'all are watching the clock. I know. Thank you, Renee. That was amazing. So talented. I mean, just so amazing. And to our wonderful artists and creative folks in the back for the pop-up market, be sure to pop in there afterwards. I can testify I've known Kai for many years, and her work is amazing, and so many other wonderful folks back here. Thank you for being here today. And a special welcome to our online community who are joining us today. So my talk today, the paradox of oneness, when the path becomes the obstacle. Or my other working title, Why Working on Yourself Isn't Working. Why working on yourself isn't working. Several years ago, a friend of mine, much like us, she attended a New Thought church, she read all the New Thought authors, she attended classes, she was part of a kirtan, she followed gurus and mystics from around the world. She was doing everything. Even her cat was named Bhakti. And she was affiliated with an organization that she would call the University. And they were located somewhere in India. And she had been collaborating with them in their classes and their programs for about 4 or 5 years. And one day, she received a communication from them that said, "Oh, our curriculum has changed." Yeah. That's communication nobody ever wants to get. And basically they said, well, we have new requirements for the program, but since you've been with us so long, we can grandfather you in as long as you can come on site for the on-site practicum within 12 months. Well, going to India is not like going to Pueblo. You got to have a plan. And she had to be on site for almost a month. So this was time off of work, this was her passport, these are the flight arrangements, all the things that are involved. So she heads off to India, and when she got back, she just couldn't wait to call me, wanted to tell me everything that happened. And as I'm sitting in her living room hearing all about the adventure, she passes me the envelope. The envelope. 5 years worth of work for this envelope. I don't know what's inside. Is it a diploma, a license, a certificate? I don't know. So pull out this piece of paper, and it was from a printer, a very old Xerox, you know, the type where it's been copied too many times, and it's got streaks of ink across it. It's probably 30 years old. And then there's a handwritten note at the bottom. And the typeset said, "You will be enlightened on," and in handwritten, October 16th at 2:15. You will be enlightened on October 16th at 2:15. I don't know if that's how it works. I suspect that's not how it works. But as I've thought about that through the years, I don't think what most of us does is that much different. How many times, and this, we're in New Thought here, remember where you are, we're in Divine Science here. How many times have we heard about seeking God, pursuing an awakening, seeking oneness, the enlightenment, or salvation, whatever your faith path is? But in so many instances, it's out there. It's in the future. It's something we're working for, striving for, trying to attain, trying to achieve, all the things we got to do. And yet we know God is always here, always has been. Nothing you can do to change that. But we don't say that, and we don't act like that. And those aren't our efforts, and those are not our priorities. God has always loved you since you were just a concept. Nothing you can do, nothing you can say, none of your habits, none of your feelings, none of your emotions, habits, behaviors can change that. They can't improve that, and they cannot take away from that. But the self-love is different. Our self-love is conditional. We love ourselves more when our weight is correct on the scale. We love ourselves more when we get up early and we meditate for 30 minutes, and we can tell people about that. We love ourselves more. Yeah, I know why you're laughing. We love ourselves more when we finish that book. We love ourselves more when we do all these things that at the end of the day have no impact on anything. We put so much pressure on ourselves. It is duality at its finest. The ego doesn't care if you're in 7th grade or if you're at 60 years old. Ego loves spirituality. It's just another form of competition. It's just another way to compare and to compete. That's all that is. It's our self-love that is driving us to be better, to be awakened. Or maybe you're really not on a spiritual path and you're just here because your neighbor drugged you, but maybe you're trying to be the best mom you can be, or the best wife you can be, the best employer you can be, the best son, the best friend, the guy working out the hardest at the gym. I mean, whatever it is. We always create this facade as if that is what we are going to be seen as. And that has absolutely nothing to do with the truth of who you are. The truth of who you are is changeless. It is infinite. It is eternal. It is love manifested. That does not change. God does not change, and what God creates does not change. You were love when you were conceived, and you are love now. But boy, we sure don't love ourselves some days. And part of the problem with accepting this, believing it, because many of you have said it. You've said you're eternal. You've said these things, but we don't live it. It's because we have this perspective of what it should look like. We think we know what oneness is going to look like, what the awareness will feel like, what awakening will be like. And I know some of you are thinking, it ain't this. This is my life right now does not feel awakened. We get so focused on the doing and the becoming that we never allow ourselves to be, because we do not we do not accept that this is the awakened, this is the enlightenment, this is the oneness. We've all had experiences in our life, probably had experiences this morning, that we decide are good or bad, right, wrong, better, best. We are judging those experiences, and we are taking that judgment as a personal affront. If I had done the right thing, I wouldn't be stuck in traffic right now. If I had not eaten that last night, I wouldn't have gained 5 pounds. We are judging our experiences as an affront to the truth of who we are, which is why we are not accepting the perfection of who you are. You are perfect, whole, and complete in this moment. You are the love, light, and presence of God. Nothing in you needs to be fixed, changed, healed, or improved. Right here, right now. It comes down to these experiences. We're human. We had no say in that. We're human. Here we are. We are having experiences. And that's okay until we judge them. But they are not about who you are. They never have been. They never will be. No good person has ever been insulated from having a difficult day. But it is our ego, it is our humanness, it is our sense of duality that takes those experiences and decides whether they are challenges or problems or issues, instead of just having an experience and just rolling with it. We've survived everything that's come our way. God bless. Thank you, spirits. The only prayer we ever need to say, isn't it? Thank you. That's all we ever need to say. Do we really need to get in the car, a car that we have, the driver's license we have, on a road we have, with gasoline in the tank, going to a game, going to an event, and we have to pray about parking places? God got you this far and you don't think He knows you need a parking place? You see, it's either oneness or it's not. We can't have it as oneness when it goes my way, and then it's not oneness when it's not my way. It's oneness. It's a divine unfolding, or it's not. If it's a divine unfolding, why do we get in the mess of it? Why are we trying to control it? We either control it or we trust it, but it can't be both. Do we trust God with the outcome? Because that's what this is all about, the outcome. We're always future-based. We're not living in this present moment. We are denying ourselves the joy and the peace of this present moment because we're always out there worrying about the outcome. We got to be in the middle of it. We got to control it. If I pray this way and I use the 5 steps, if I say this mantra, if I do all these wonderful things, then I can control that outcome. Instead of aligning with your heart, a prayer of sincerity, a prayer of gratitude, a mantra of presence and peace and acknowledgement that you are a part of that divine intelligence. We either try to control the outcome because we don't trust God, who got you this far, or we can release it. Let it go. Believe in the oneness of who you are right here and now. God's gotten you here, He's going to get you there every step of the way. And the reason I think this is so important right now, hey, some of y'all are going to be going to a Broncos game later. Then we've got solstice next weekend, and then Christmas after that, and then New Year's after that. So many expectations, hosting the perfect party, preparing the perfect side dish, picking the perfect gifts for friends. What are my New Year's resolutions going to be so that next year I can be a better version of me finally? The highest spiritual practice is self-observation without judgment. Just observing that high watch, witnessing, knowing that nothing you can do can take away from God's love for you. Nothing ever has, nothing ever will. Now, some of us are stuck in the past. And all of these things we're trying to do in the future, all these things we're trying to be, we're trying to make up for something. Maybe we were neglected. Maybe it was abuse. Maybe it was trauma. Maybe it was a slight that we just completely misinterpreted. But whatever it was, honestly, it was an experience that had nothing to do with you. It had nothing to do with how perfect and wonderful and love manifest you are. It's an experience. A couple of years ago, I was doing a nurse coaching thing, sort of like prayer practitioner, but on the nursing side. And one of my clients was actually a dear friend of mine. We'd been friends for 40 years. And so she wanted to see me as this coach. She said, you know, a good friend of mine was just diagnosed with a really, really bad kind of breast cancer. I don't know that there's a good kind, but apparently this was a really bad kind. And she said, so out of respect for her and the road she's on now, I went and got a mammogram, and lo and behold, they found breast cancer for me too. At least they think they did. She said, there's something wrong. They said it might be, but they want me to come in for this ultrasound. So, of course, naturally, I went with her. Now, as I said, I've been a nurse for many, many years. And I even worked for a while in radiology. Very few nurses can say that. I wasn't a very good radiology nurse. I couldn't read a film to save my life. And there was nuke med and MRI and ultrasound and CAT scans. I couldn't read any of them. I was just there to make sure patients were comfortable and if they needed pain medicines. There were always films and things. I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at. As she lay on the gurney and they had me at the foot of the bed and the doctor was there with the ultrasound tech, and they were doing their scans, and so I can see the monitor and I can see her face. She can't see the monitor. All she can see is my face. That was the first time I remember saying, oh my gosh, there it is. I could see the tumor for the first time ever. And so afterwards the doctor said, it's cancer. And she said, well, but, doctor said, it's cancer. She said, well, we haven't done the biopsy. We haven't done the cross-section. We haven't done the frozen section. We haven't done the surgery. And she said, it's cancer. And if the surgeon told me it wasn't, I wouldn't believe him. Now, to hear a doctor say that is pretty strong words. So she walked out of the room, and my friend just hugged me, and we cried. It was the first time I'd ever been in the room with a patient, much less a family member, when they were told their prognosis and their diagnosis. And she said, "Laurie, what did I do wrong?" And how many of us have thought this? We're trying to control these outcomes. And of course I said to her, "You didn't do anything wrong. There's 2 children's hospitals down the street full of patients. They didn't do anything wrong." We know those children didn't do anything wrong. We know those babies didn't do anything wrong. It's an experience. And the way we go through it is to allow it, to not judge it. We accept what is and what isn't for what it is. I believe this is the path to joy and peace during this season. So I'll leave you with a couple of questions today. If you could truly let go of all the exhausting expectations we put on ourselves, the exhausting requirements that we create, what would that feel like? If today you lived knowing your sole purpose in being here was just to be happy, how would you choose differently? To live in oneness, your own personal awakening and enlightenment right here, right now. What can you let go of? What can you let go of? Just want to leave you with that for today. Namaste. My final slide, even after awakening, you still have to do the laundry.
Hello again. There are times in my day that I need a prayer of love and turn away from the outside world. I pray to feel a greater sense of peace within me and be more loving in my heart. When the veil of light seems dim, I surrender to the call, and the clouds begin to clear the sky. I take that sacred breath and pray from my heart, and I remember I am love. I am everything my spirit intended to be in my life and this world. I am love. I have everything my heart desires within. It's my prayer of love. My soul whispers gently, there's nothing to become. I am the presence of divine. Love is who I am and not what I've done. I am the answered prayer of love. When the veil of light seems dim, I surrender to the call, and the answers come within. I take that sacred breath and pray from my heart. And I remember I am love. I am everything my spirit intended to be in my life and this world. I am love. I have everything my heart desires within. It's my prayer of love. My prayer of love. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you. Hello. All right. Thank you, Renee.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
My
you,
pleasure.
Dr. Laurie, Dr. Reverend Laurie. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Bruce. We have received such beautiful gifts today. And here at Althea, we practice and we believe in the law of reciprocity, that what we receive, that what we give, continues that perfect circle. So our ushers will come around in just a second. If you are whatever you are willing to give, hold it in your hand, hold it in your heart, even if it's a credit card, because we do have a credit card reader. And hold it with love and affirm with me. The universe provides all that I need and all that I give with great joy. My prosperity, planting seeds for a world I am helping manifest, and so it is. All right, the ushers will come around. If you have a card and you would like to give with a card, just see me right after service at our little welcome table, the round table. There are many ways to give, also on our website. Thank you. And this is, we always like to remind people, we're the ones that keep the lights on. There's no mothership, there's no other organization that keeps us open. It is us, the Altheans, that keep the doors open and pay our musicians and pay our guest speakers and pay the bills, because there's plenty of them to keep a center like this thriving. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we close out with a few announcements and our community song with Renee, and Dr. Laurie will pray us out, okay? All right, so just as a reminder, we have our holiday pop-up shops in the back. Be sure to check those out. And afterwards, there will be coffee, tea, and snacks in the dining hall. On the 17th, this upcoming week, we have an event with Corinthia, who is one of our vendors today. So if you are interested, she will be channeling on Wednesday, I believe. So ask her more about that. Our solstice service and gong bath is next Sunday. So yes, right? Next Sunday? Yeah, on the 21st. On the 4th, Reverend Christina will be back, and she will be doing a visioning workshop for you to not just envision a new year, but really to receive what is intended for you for the new year. Reverend Kelly Robbins will also be doing a grief workshop, and she will be our guest speaker on the 11th in January. And then we have our All Goddess Kirtan on the 17th, and then our prayer mala workshop with Kai on February 1st. All right, so lots coming up. There are little flyers. There's the website. Yes, Katie? Christmas Eve service, I will need to look that up, but we'll at 4 o'clock. Look at that, someone always knows. 4 o'clock, Christmas Eve service. Okay, Renee will sing, and please stand as you're able and let us sing together. And then
Thank you. Use me, oh God, I stand for you. Here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, God so much more than the earth. creation. God is creator, all in all, leading us to shine its light as me, as you use me. Oh God, I stand for you. Here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
Let's have our closing prayer. As I stand here in this beloved, beautiful, sacred space, I recognize that there is only one life. That life is perfect. That life is God's life. That life is my life now. I know that there is only one life, one love, one presence. And all of that is infused through my body right now. And looking out in this room, this is a room of divine manifestations of God. For as the wave is to the sea and the mountain to the earth, we are one with God. And I know in spirit that nothing is ever lost, nothing is forgotten, nothing is ever withheld. We are loved, supported, guided, and inspired in everything that we do. And going forward, I know that I live, move, and have my being in spirit. And in this moment, I accept all that is and all that is not. Because nothing else needs to be said, I said, thank you, Spirit. Thank you with overwhelming gratitude for this teaching, for this knowing, for this community. And we release this word into the perfect corresponding law, knowing it cannot be returned to us void. And so it is.